So in this video, I'm going to talk about sharps and flats on the keyboard here. And sharps and flats, all of these notes that you see, the black keys, can be sharp or flat, just depending on what you're calling them. So if we think about sharp and flat, sharp meaning up or higher, right? And flat means lower or down. Right, so if we go back to C here, middle C, right, this note here has really two names. It's C sharp. I call it C sharp because it's higher, right, this way. It's higher than C. So it's sharper than C. It's higher than C, so it's C sharp, right? But the same note, same exact note, is also called D flat. See, it's a D flat. Why is it D flat? Because it's lower than the D. It's flat. I'm flatting the D. I'm going below the D. Right? So C sharp, D flat. Right? So going on here, here's D, right? So D sharp would be here. There's D sharp. Right? And then, or the same note, D sharp is also called E flat. It's called E flat. Right? So that's basically the way it works. But now there's also some white keys that are called sharps and flats. You'll notice that between E and F, and also between B and C, there's no black key in the middle. All right, these are called natural half steps. Let me just take a moment about half steps and whole steps. A half step is the shortest distance that we can go between any note. So the shortest distance, if I go from C up, if I'm going up here to C sharp, right, that's as small as I can get, right? I can't get any smaller than this. So this is called a half step, right? From this note to this note is a half step as well, right? Can't get any closer than these two. So if I go from here to here, from C to D, this is a whole step. That's a whole step. Why? Well, because there's the half step in the middle, right? So you have a whole step. So half steps and whole steps, that's what the keyboard is made up of. And when I get into scales, when I talk about scales, the scales are really made up of series of combinations of half steps and whole steps. So anyway, going back to the sharps and the flats, so notice I have E to F, right? This is a half step. It's called a natural half step because it doesn't have a black key in the middle, right? So it's E to F. So I call this E. I can call this F, right? However, both these notes could be called something else. This F could be also called E sharp. See, it's an E sharp because it's a half step higher than the E, right? And then vice versa, this note, E, can also be called F flat. See, it's F flat because it's a half step lower than the F, okay? So those are the two names. Now, in this course, I don't believe that you'll be seeing any E sharps or F flats here, but just to let you know that that's how it works. You might be wondering what that is. And then going on here, here's F sharp, right? F sharp or G flat, right? Here's G sharp or A flat, right? And then here's A sharp or B flat, okay? Okay, and then we're back up to here, another natural half step between B and C. So here's B, here's C, right? But again, this note C could also be called B sharp. It's B sharp because I'm going a half step higher. I'm sharpening the B, so it's called B sharp. And then the B is also called C flat, right? Because I'm lowering the C. If I lower the C by a half step, I call it C flat. You might be wondering why am I calling these different names? It all has to do with our keys and our whole system of scales and keys and key signatures. And I'll get a little bit more into that on future videos. Okay, all right, so that's it for now. The next video, I'll probably get into scales. I'll have other videos too, which I will have also talked about in the class as well. Okay, all right, so see you next time.